Every legend has a beginning. This is History Uncovered.
Do you remember this moment? June 26, 1998. The World Cup. England versus Colombia. David Beckham scores a spectacular free kick, his first goal for his country. The nation erupts. He's the golden boy, the hero destined for glory. But just 4 days later, that same hero would become the most hated man in England. This is the story of how David Beckham faced down a nation's fury, battled immense pressure, and redefined what it means to be a global icon. It's a story of fame, failure, and a relentless pursuit of redemption. Picture this. It's the early 90s. A young, floppy-haired kid from Leytonstone is making waves at Manchester United's academy. His name is David Beckham, and he has a right foot that can bend a football like no one else, alongside future legends like Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, and the Neville brothers. He's part of a group famously dubbed Fergie's Fledglings. Sir Alex Ferguson, the legendary manager, saw something special in him, not just talent, but an obsessive work ethic. While others went home, Beckham stayed behind, practicing free kicks over and over again until the sun went down. That dedication paid off. In 1996, on the opening day of the season, Beckham announced himself to the world. Spotting the goalkeeper off his line, he launched an audacious shot from the halfway line. The ball sailed through the air, a perfect arc, before nestling into the back of the net. It wasn't just a goal, it was a statement. A star was born. Suddenly, everyone knew the name David Beckham. His life was about to change forever. Beckham quickly became more than just a footballer. He was a cultural phenomenon. His ever-changing hairstyles were front-page news. His relationship with Victoria Adams, Posh Spice from the Spice Girls, created the ultimate celebrity power couple, Posh and Becks. They were everywhere on magazine covers, in advertisements, at the forefront of fashion. He wasn't just playing for Manchester United, he was the face of a new, modern, cool Britannia. But this meteoric rise to fame came with a crushing weight of expectation. By the time the 1998 World Cup in France rolled around, Beckham was seen as England's great hope. The pressure was immense. After his stunning goal against Colombia in the group stage, the hype reached fever pitch. England was through to the knockout rounds, and their next opponent was their old rival, Argentina. This match would become the defining moment of Beckham's early career. The game was tense. Look at 2-2. Early in the second half, Argentina's captain, Diego Simeone, clattered into Beckham from behind. As Beckham lay on the ground, he petulantly flicked his leg back, catching Simeone, who then dramatically collapsed. It was a moment of naive frustration, but the referee saw it as violent conduct. A red card was shown. Beckham was sent off, down to 10 men. England battled bravely but eventually lost on penalties. Their World Cup dream was over, and the blame fell squarely on one man. The morning after, the newspapers were brutal. 10 heroic lions, 1 stupid boy, one headline screamed. Beckham was branded a villain, a traitor. When he returned to England, he was met with pure hatred. He was booed at every stadium he played in. Effigies of him were hung outside pubs. He received death threats. The abuse was relentless, personal, and terrifyingly public. At just 23 years old, David Beckham had gone from national hero to public enemy number one in the blink of an eye. For many athletes, this level of public vilification would have been career-ending. The psychological toll was enormous. Beckham later admitted it was the toughest time of his life. He felt isolated and alone. But this is where his true character shone through. Supported by Sir Alex Ferguson and his Manchester United teammates, Beckham didn't hide. He didn't crumble. He channeled all the anger, all the hurt, and all the pressure into his football. The following season, the 1998-99 season, would be his answer to the critics. Every jeer from the crowd seemed to fuel his determination. He responded not with words, but with world-class performances. He delivered pinpoint crosses, scored crucial goals, and worked harder than anyone else on the pitch. His resilience was incredible. He was instrumental as Manchester United embarked on a historic campaign. They won the Premier League, they won the FA Cup, and then came the Champions League final against Bayern Munich. It's one of the most dramatic finals in history. Trailing -0 as the clock ticked into injury time, Manchester United's dream of a historic treble looked dead. But Beckham, as he had all season, stepped up. In the 91st minute. His perfectly delivered corner led to the equalizer. Just 2 minutes later, another Beckham corner, another scramble, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer poked it home. Manchester United had won the treble in the space of 11 months. David Beckham had gone from national disgrace to a European champion, completing one of the greatest redemption arcs in sports history. His redemption with England, however, would take a little longer. In 2001, England needed at least a draw against Greece in their final World Cup qualifier to secure a spot in the 2002 tournament. The match was at Old Trafford, Beckham's home ground. England were losing 2-1 as the game entered stoppage time. The nation held its breath. A free kick was awarded about 30 yards from goal. There was only one man who could take it. This was his moment. The weight of a nation was on his shoulders once again. But this was a different Beckham. Forged in the fires of 1998, he was now the captain, a leader. He placed the ball, took his run-up, and struck it perfectly. The ball curled over the wall and flew into the top corner of the net. The stadium exploded. England was going to the World Cup, and David Beckham, the man once vilified, was the undisputed national hero again. That single kick wasn't just a goal, it was the final chapter in his story of redemption. It symbolized his journey from a stupid boy to the captain who carried his country. Beckham's career continued to soar. In 2003, he made a blockbuster move to Real Madrid, joining the Galacticos alongside legends like Zidane, Ronaldo, and Figo. This move solidified his status as a truly global superstar. He wasn't just a British icon anymore, he was a worldwide brand. His journey then took him to America, where his transfer to the LA Galaxy changed the face of football in the United States. He wasn't just a player, he was an ambassador for the sport, paving the way for Major League Soccer's growth. He finished his illustrious career with spells at AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain, winning league titles in 4 different countries. But Beckham's legacy extends far beyond the pitch. He expertly navigated the worlds of sport, fashion, and business. He became a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, using his immense fame to champion children's rights. He built a business empire and became a global style icon whose influence is still felt today. He showed that an athlete could be a brand, a philanthropist, and a cultural force all at once. The story of David Beckham is a powerful lesson in resilience. It's about how you respond to your lowest moments. He faced public humiliation on a scale few of us can imagine, yet he refused to be broken. He used the pressure as fuel, the criticism as motivation, and through sheer hard work and mental fortitude, he rewrote his own narrative, from the red card in '98 to the redemption against Greece. His journey is a testament to the power of perseverance. He proved that true character isn't defined by the absence of failure, but by the strength to rise after you fall. What's your most memorable David Beckham moment? Was it that halfway line goal, the red card, or the free kick against Greece? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this story, please give this video a like, share it with a friend, and make sure to subscribe for more stories about the legends of the game. Thanks for watching.